Hello and welcome to my studio journal. Now back in 2022, I started to redesign my home studio, shifting from software to hardware for the first time. What began as a few videos for some curious students soon became an ongoing unfiltered record. Alright, so we found out that the rack that I built doesn't fit on the shelf where it's supposed to, so that's okay though. I don't want to throw it out because it can fit on that shelf over there, and I still have another rail. I have a whole bunch of these rails around that I can actually adjust, and I have some more wood downstairs. It won't be maybe like this, but that I can use to make another rack that will indeed actually fit. I've already checked. Will indeed actually fit over there, so that should be fine. Can I use like an old USB extension cord, drag it over to the other side of the room there with an audio interface? Will the Machine Plus recognize that interface? And if so, then one $23 cord will get me over to that wall without any problems. And once that's done, then I can use the patch bay down there to patch through any synth that I want to sample on the Machine Plus. For right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tidy up everything and then do this last bit of testing, and if I can, then I'm going to go and see if I can maybe get a different interface. So now it's just solving some of the other little issues I have around here. I still have to go and pick up the cords that need to run from the mixer to the main monitors. Okay, so I just stopped by the music store. So I did buy all the cords that I needed. Hopefully they're all gonna fit and work. Hopefully I got the right links, because I couldn't just buy one cable. They have to connect together and that sort of stuff, because they didn't have any of the right links and that sort of thing. So we're gonna see what happens there. So it's opted to drop this stuff back off. We'll see where we're going from there. So just heading into the store now, about 30 minutes before they shut, and I just realized I forgot patch cables. That's the only thing I'm not going to be able to do yet tonight. Otherwise, I'm going to try and get the rest of this place done. Okay, just leaving the store now, and on the way home to set up some cabling and see if this whole thing will actually get put together correctly. Like I said, I forgot those patch cables, which unfortunately that means that I can't get the entire thing up and running. There's still more to do, but hopefully, like, we're nearing the end of this whole thing here shortly. Okay, so what did we get? Well, I have this shelf that we still have lying around. We're going to install that. So in order to do that, I had to go out and get some brackets. And then I had, of course, to get another light to go on the shelf. Then I also had to get cables to finally set everything up. Well, there's lots of cables to be had because, of course, there's no particular one cable that's long enough, so all the cables have to join. So 2 cables for basically one length. So this was it. In fact, we couldn't even get enough cables there that we ended up having to take one. They gave me one from the rental area and just charged me the same price as everything else. So that's okay. So we got all of that. So we should be able to hook up the mixer now and the machine sampling capabilities through this, all with balanced cables instead of doing the old audio interface thing. This is the power cord to a new unit that I'm just looking at. I've never had one of these before, so just thought we'd give it a try maybe. So this right here is the Applied Research and Technology 2-channel limiter and compressor is what this thing is. So I've never tried it before, so we'll see what happens. But this should fill out the rack nicely if I ever actually get to building the other rack. So we have to install the shelf. We have to build the other rack unit. Yeah, go from there, patch all these cables in. I'm not even sure which one we're going to do first. Okay, so what I think we're going to do here now is do some adjustments on this thing. So obviously, well, this is going to have to be the big unit that goes over on the side of where just the cork mini log is and that sort of thing. So we're going to take the patch bay out. We're going to move the power conditioner up, and we're going to take out the bottom spacer, and that's where the new compressor and limiter is going to go. So this should look slightly different when we finish this, and then that'll be ready to go over. Now, the one thing that I am slightly concerned with is that this is only going into kind of like paper edges. So I mean, it's not all that solid. I'm going to make a set of legs for it that can go in the back and support it so that we don't have too much problems with it. Well, I thought I was going to have to put legs on it. I didn't think it was going to be resting right on the bottom, but I did manage to put the rack right to the bottom, so it's actually just sitting there. It's not even having to support anything. So there it is. The shelves hold 23, 24 pounds, so I still think I'm within that. So I'm going to put that over there now just to kind of get it out of the way. If you'd like to follow the full journey, check out my online studio journal linked in the description. Until next time, I'm just a music teacher having fun. Catch you on the next one.